I recently did what most people would think is unthinkable. I quit coffee and caffeine forever. Hello, internet video watchers. I'm Perry with Breaking Free with Common Sense, and today we're going to talk about how I quit coffee for good. And if you might want to check the previous 5 videos I did since I relaunched this channel, it's been this kind of chain reaction of quitting things that are either bad for me or cost too much money or just disruptive in life. And that was 4 years ago was the last time I did this video, and a lot has changed since I made that last video in 2021. I just quit coffee about 5 months ago, and it was just the next logical step in this chain of events. Now, I'm a Gen Xer, and I don't want to bore you here, but my history of coffees doesn't go back to the longest time. I've only been drinking, or I only drank coffee for maybe 20, 25 years. I started back when I was working in Manhattan. I would get those New York deli coffees in those Greek coffee cups. That was gross, but everybody drank it. I drank it. And then when I moved to New Jersey, I would get like Starbucks every single day, like a giant Starbucks, one of those enormous Trenta coffees. And every day, 2 or 3 or 4 of them, I would chug them down, like a gallon of coffee a day. Oh, and by the way, all those coffees I drank in New York and at Starbucks, they all had artificial sweetener, and I drank sweet and low for at least a decade. And then the next 10 or so years, I quit when I started my low carb life back in, I think it was 2009, 2010. I quit the sweetener. I just didn't use any sweetener at all. I used just cream and sugar. And then about the past 5 years, 2020 or so, I started drinking just instant coffee, the cheapest Aldi instant coffee you could get. And, just because I was wasting money drinking coffee so much. But the instant coffee was, it fit the bill, but it just got to be to the point where it felt artificial. So why did I quit? What made me want to quit? Well, the first thing, it's kind of obvious. I've been on this roll with quitting things that I don't really need in my life, and coffee was definitely one of them. And 2, this instant coffee felt just chemically processed. It just did not feel healthy anymore. And lastly, I wanted to get caffeine out of my life because I think caffeine is just, it shouldn't be consumed at such high quantities. And also, it was a huge part of my routine. It was one of the many things I felt I needed to do every day. It felt like it was kind of like holding me back. I was beholden to coffee. Have to have my cup of coffee. Got to get a cup of coffee. So I wanted to just break that chain. Now, what made me quit easily was the fact that I didn't just go cold turkey, because caffeine is one of those substances where you might get really bad headaches if you just stop drinking caffeine. So what I did was I had a very aggressive approach to weaning off. I bought chicory root powder, which is a pretty valuable tool to help you quit. It doesn't taste like coffee. It tastes sort of like coffee. So what I would do is that for a week, I mixed it in with my actual regular powdered coffee, and I did like 80%, 70%, 60%. So by the end of the week, I was at 0% coffee and 100% chicory root. And then I also stuck with the chicory for maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks. And then I sort of just got sick of it because there was no chemical reaction to it. I didn't get a hit of it. And after a while, I just started not liking the chicory. It just felt like creamy hot water. So that sounds like not very dramatic, but it was really easy for me to quit. But some of the benefits that I found from quitting coffee is that my sleep has gotten incredible. I mean, sleep has gotten good by stopping drinking alcohol as well, and cigarettes. But the coffee, I felt the most important sleep benefit. I just sleep perfectly. I go to sleep in about a minute, and I wake up every day at exactly the same time without an alarm clock, and I just feel rested. Coffee has done wonders for my sleep. And also my mood, I think my mood has stabilized. I have a very even energy level and mood all day long. There's no crashes, no spikes, no hyperactivity. It's really, really nice to have this mellow kind of chill attitude. And another thing that is a benefit is that I don't have that nagging need for a coffee where it's like, oh, you need a cup of coffee or you need to pick me up in the afternoon. And also, when I go out driving and I pass a 7-Eleven or a Starbucks or a Quick Check, I don't feel the need to drive into the store at all. It's bye, see you later. I don't need you. I need nothing you sell. And of course, I have more money because I'm not wasting it on coffee and other little stupid things that come along with it. Are you trying to quit coffee or have you quit coffee? If you want to share your experiences, please do so in the comments and we'll talk more about it. All right, have a good day. Bye.